Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 5.
Breaking news tonight, Washington residents are being told to stay home for at least another 30 days. Governor Jay Inslee announced this afternoon he's extending his stay-home order until the end of the month. Hello, I'm Aaron Luna.
And I'm Nia Wong. Today, the governor laid out his 4-phase plan to reopen Washington. And long story short, don't expect life to get back to normal until at least mid-July. Our Mayor Kawash joins us live in studio with what the path forward for Washington looks like.
So the stay-home order is extended to May 31st, but the 4 phases are what you should be keeping your eye on. Inslee says each phase will last at least 3 weeks, and we're actually about to enter phase 1. As you can see here on Tuesday, you'll see it go into effect with some construction resuming and outdoor recreation like golf now allowed. And then by May 15th, that's when the other changes start coming in. We'll see the rest of phase 1 go into effect with retail curbside pickup, car washes, and car dealerships all opening back up. Phase 1 also includes house cleaning, pet walkers, landscaping, and drive-through worship. Again, this should all be happening by mid-May with proper safety protocols in place. Then you get into phase 2, which will likely start in June. Restaurants will open for dining, but only with up to 50% capacity, and tables will be restricted to just 5 people. In-store shopping will be allowed with restrictions. Hair salons, nail salons, and barbers will also all reopen then. And then hopefully another 3 weeks later, phase 3, gatherings of 50 or less people and resuming non-essential travel. Restaurants expand to 75% capacity, and bars will open but can only serve 25% of their capacity. Phase 3 also includes gyms, movie theaters, and libraries, all with those capacity restrictions. And then finally, phase 4, which best case scenario will be sometime in July. That would mean nightclubs and live sporting events back in action. It's a lengthy process. Again, each phase needs at least 3 weeks, and Inslee did not put specific dates on any of them beyond phase 1. But he did say the ultimate goal is still to just save lives.
Some people have argued that this threat is exaggerated, that the death rate doesn't warrant a vigorous response. And to those people, I ask to consider for one moment what it is like to lose a loved one.
Inslee announced 10 counties in the state which can apply to reopen their economy sooner. Pend Oreille County, for example, and Garfield County. Spokane County was not included in this, despite elected officials pushing for an earlier reopening. Mayor Nadine Woodward says that's disappointing, but Inslee's plan at least offers some hope.
There is light at the end of this COVID tunnel, but that even incrementally we can start getting back to some of the activities that we really love in the Inland Northwest. Golf opens on Tuesday. People can hunt and fish again next week.
Woodward says they are still going to present a regional approach plan to Inslee next week. They're going to keep pushing for those different restrictions here in eastern Washington. But if Inslee does not allow it, Woodward says the state's 4-phase plan actually lines up pretty well with the county's plan. If you'd like to know more details about this 4-phase plan, which was just announced, just head over to KXLY.com. And coming up at 6, you'll hear more from Mayor Woodward on what this plan means for eastern Washington. Aaron?
Mayor, thank you. You first found out about the stay-home orders extension through the 4 News Now app. Make sure you don't miss stories happening in your community and around the country. Download our free app right now. It's a different story 35 minutes east of Spokane, a site we haven't seen in weeks. People walking around and shopping in downtown Coeur d'Alene. Today is the first step forward in Idaho's rebound plan, opening up retail shops, places of worship, and daycares with strict guidelines. Eleni Dow shows us what downtown looks like as the state takes its first step in the path forward.
It's Friday, it's a new month, and the weather is absolutely beautiful here in Coeur d'Alene. It's the perfect combination to reopen the state. 37 days ago, these open signs were turned off with a whole lot of uncertainty in the air. But now, spring is in the air, the flowers are blooming, and people are walking down Sherman Avenue again. It's a little different, though. Stores are open, but there are little reminders everywhere that we're still in a pandemic. Stores offering hand sanitizer and masks for customers. For Corrine Link, the owner of T-Blue Boutique, she's happy to have the doors open for all 3 of her stores in Idaho. She took those days off to enjoy time with her family and understanding what was going on. Opening the doors today felt like a grand reopening.
Make sure to shop small and support local. All of your local boutiques, stores, curbside restaurants. Everyone is going to need your support more than ever. So we're just grateful. We're grateful to have this opportunity in Idaho.
Today is just one step forward in a long journey. If all goes according to plan, Phase 2 will begin on May 16, when restaurant dining rooms can open, along with indoor gyms and other recreational facilities. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Eleni Dow, 4 News Now.
Here's a look at some other top coronavirus headlines you should know about. 5 more people have been diagnosed with COVID-19 in Spokane County, raising the total of diagnosed infections to 367 people since the start of the outbreak. In Kootenai County, 62 people tested positive for coronavirus. And 2 disaster experts say governors are risking the lives of citizens by easing restrictions on businesses. Doctors Erwin Redliner and Joseph Fair from Texas A&M University say no state should be cutting back restrictions until infections steadily go down for 10 days to 2 weeks, and not enough tests are available to determine just how many people are infected. Now, here are the top stories you're reading tonight online. Former Vice President Joe Biden is finally speaking to the sexual assault allegation from a former Senate staffer. Tara Reid says Biden touched her inappropriately 27 years ago. Today, Biden said it never happened. The former vice president and presumptive Democratic 2020 nominee says his campaign has not been in contact with Reid.
The FDA issued an emergency use authorization for remdesivir on Friday. The drug, which is given by IV, is speeding up recovery by 31% in COVID-19 patients. Sacred Heart Hospital in Spokane is part of a drug trial for remdesivir, and they say patients can recover within 11 days. Now that the FDA has approved the drug, it will be a go-to treatment for COVID-19 patients. It's not a cure by any means, but a step in the right direction. We do have some rain expected this weekend and possibly some thunderstorms. Chris, what else are we expected to see?
Oh, well, those thunderstorms could bring with them some hail, gusty winds that could cause blowing dust and brief heavy downpours, as well as lightning. There's a threat of thunderstorms Saturday afternoon and evening throughout the entire Northwest, but it's that area down from Pullman, Lewiston, southern portions of the Palouse into the LC Valley, which could experience some strong storms. So we'll be watching those, and Katerina Krasofis will keep you thoroughly updated tomorrow. Right now on our satellite and radar, after a beautiful day, we're starting to see some showers on the west side of the mountains. We have a chance of a few sprinkles in Spokane as early as tomorrow morning. We'll get some good breaks tomorrow morning and early afternoon, however, before the really feisty weather moves in. Temperatures right now are running right about average. We're in the lower 60s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It's 64 at 9 Mile and 64 in Spokane Valley, 59 in Loon Lake and 58 in Spirit Lake. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, a chance of showers in the morning. More likely that wet weather is going to hold off until tomorrow afternoon and evening, and it could get pretty noisy. High temperature of 65. I'll be back with more on those thunderstorms and the second half of your weekend forecast in just a few minutes. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. Spokane Valley Representative Matt Shea is encouraging businesses to go against the governor's order and open as early as Monday. Kyle Simchuk is live outside the Spokane County Courthouse with what protesters are calling a rally for freedom. Kyle.
Well, Matt Shea and other protesters actually filled the front lawn of the Spokane County Courthouse, standing shoulder to shoulder. Now, this rally just wrapping up after about 2 hours. There's still some people here. Protesters say freedom is the cure to COVID-19. Some even called the virus a hoax and believe Governor Jay Inslee is overstepping and that forcing businesses to close is unconstitutional. Representative Matt Shea actually encouraged businesses to open this Monday. One coffee shop owner in Spokane Valley says that's exactly what he plans to do.
I have a right to feed my family, and that's what it is. And so the sitting home waiting for stimulus checks is not going to feed my family. I have to do more than that.
Spokane County Commissioners and Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich had their own podium at this rally and spoke to protesters directly. We'll bring you some of that conversation coming up tonight at 6. Reporting live from the Spokane County Courthouse, I'm Kyle Simchuk, 4 News Now.
The North Idaho College announced its plans to reopen this morning. The college says it's basing its plans off of Governor Brad Little's 4-phase schedule. NIC will continue current remote work arrangements through Stage 3 of the plan, which is mid-June. During Stage 2, In mid-May, any coursework that cannot be effectively taught remotely will resume in person on a limited basis. However, it will require social distancing and PPE. This will allow some students to return to physical learning spaces for those classes and programs that require hands-on learning.
A senior living facility in Lewiston says more than a dozen of its residents have died since discovering coronavirus in its building. Now, that first case of COVID-19 was found there on March 25th. Since then, 17 residents have died. 8 of those 17 deaths were confirmed COVID-19 positive residents. Since then, 34 residents have tested positive, 14 have recovered, and 29 tested negative. 14 employees have also tested positive for COVID-19, with 9 currently out sick. And Idaho isn't the only state easing restrictions today. Governors across the country are taking different strategies when it comes to reopening up their state's economy. Here's ABC News' Inez de la Cuetara with more.
More states are lifting restrictions today, just as others double down on the need for social distancing.
This morning, California's governor closing down beaches in Orange County after photos surfaced of overcrowding last weekend.
People that are congregating there that weren't practicing physical distancing, now they put other people at risk.
In Texas, dine-in service resuming today, but with some requirements: disposable menus, condiments only by request, and no buffets. New York City sanitizing all public transportation, shutting down subway and commuter trains in the overnight hours starting next week. While in Michigan, stay-at-home orders have been extended to May 15th. In all, 32 states will have eased some restrictions by the end of next week, even as the numbers of cases of the virus continues to rise in at least 18 states. The nation's top infectious disease expert urging caution.
You can't just leap over things and get into a situation where you're really tempting a rebound. That's the thing I get concerned about.
With a new month getting underway, the pressure to reopen continues to mount. Food lines like this one in Phoenix are becoming the new normal. More than 30 million Americans filing for unemployment in the last 6 weeks.
And the president is working to fast-track a vaccine which could be available by the end of the year. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Washington.
Still ahead on 4 News Now at 5 o'clock, a popular downtown Spokane pizza spot is closing its doors for good after more than 35 years. Next, the owner's message to you.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app. Join the discussion with 4 News Now on Facebook.
To our Fred Meyer associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
It's Country Homes Power once-a-year garage sale, where we clear out all Husqvarna mowers, chainsaws, and trimmers up to 30% off. Even Husqvarna zero-turn mowers and riding mowers are on sale. So get to Country Homes Power's garage sale today.
This is our home. And this. And this. And this. We are mountains. We are rivers. We are cities and farms. We are young. And we are wise. We are rugged individuals seeking quiet, seeking incredible noise. We are one community, united together. We are the people of the Inland Northwest. We are Inlanders. The Inlander, we're here for you.
Malls reopening across the USA. Next, Inside Edition. After all these weeks of lockdown, malls are coming back. The steps they are taking to make shopping safe. Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7, only on 4 News Now.
Time to open up your eyes.
A high school booster club has transformed itself into the Food Fighters.
The Lewis and Clark Booster Club is collecting food for their students in need.
We have about 60 kids on our list that we'll be delivering food to. Been here for about 2 hours. We estimate we collected over 800 pounds of food and about $170 already. So we decided let's do something good for the community.
Get the full picture with 4 News Now on Instagram.
Tonight, the city of Spokane is apologizing for this mess. This is how Coeur d'Alene Park looked like last night as homeless people were caught in the middle of a massive misunderstanding. That park is now empty, and there is a plan to give these people a place to sleep tonight as well as for the next several weeks. Our Ariana Lake has the latest in this developing story.
Well, people are heading to the Cannon Street shelter right now so the city can bus them to the Spokane Library where there is a temporary shelter that's operating. And by tomorrow, the city hopes to have the location on Cannon Street back open. Jules Helping Hands has been operating the warming center on Cannon over the last several months. That seasonal contract with the city expired yesterday, and a new operator, the Guardians Foundation, was selected to continue running the space so that homeless people have a place to go during this pandemic. The transition was far from smooth, though. As Jules Helping Hands shut the door to follow their contract, people had nowhere to go, so they packed up to this Browns Edition Park, and eventually they were allowed to go back into the space on Cannon Street just for the night. And now the city says it has a plan moving forward that prevents anyone from having to sleep outside now and in the future.
We do apologize for the disruption that happened yesterday, both to the guests of the shelter, but also to the residents that live around Coeur d'Alene Park.
I wish there would have been more communication. That's where the problem lies, and I hope that it's a lesson moving forward for the city as well as people who contract with the city, that there has to be more communication.
Garcia expects to have all their stuff out of the building on Cannon Street by tomorrow, and then that building will reopen as a COVID-19 response space for homeless people run by the Guardians Foundation. Now, I did call and email that group today to hear more about their plans. They did not get back to me. The city expects to have enough room at the library to fit everyone tonight, but if there are too many people, they say they'll work with other shelters in town to find a safe place for those people. Nia.
Thank you, Ariana. New at 5 tonight, a beloved Spokane pizzeria is shutting its doors for good. The owners of the Rocky Rococo in downtown Spokane say the restaurant is closing today after 35 years in business. Franchise owner Lee Gibbon writes, "It's been a great pleasure to serve the Spokane community for 3+ decades, and the Rockies family is forever grateful to its customers."
Alaska Airlines has joined a growing list of airliners requiring passengers to wear masks on its flight. Starting Monday, May 11th, anyone flying Alaska or Horizon flights must cover their mouth and nose. Passengers are expected to bring their own masks and wear them both on the flight and in the airport. JetBlue, American, Delta, Southwest, and United have all announced similar policies this week.
Beautiful sunny start to the weekend with a high temperature of 61 degrees today. There are big changes coming through the weekend, including the possibility of some strong thunderstorms. I'll be back with that after the break.
Join the discussion with 4 News Now on Facebook.
Liberty Park Florist and Greenhouse, 3 generations in the same location since 1929. They have a great selection of geraniums and nonstop begonias, annuals, perennials, vegetable starts, and hanging baskets. They have it all. Liberty Park Florist and Greenhouse in Spokane's Perry District.
I'm Mark Peterson with the 4 News Now Extreme Team. Before you start your remodel or repair project, make sure you're informed about asbestos. Many people think asbestos is a thing of the past, but it can still be found in roofing, insulation, flooring, mastics, and other materials. And don't panic. Asbestos is only a threat when it gets damaged or disturbed, and that's when it can put harmful fibers into the air. Prior to work, a survey must be done to see if asbestos is present. If so, removal and disposal requirements apply. Visit SpokaneCleanAir.org for details.
Getting this degree in electrical maintenance automation is probably one of the best decisions I've made. I've never done anything like this before, and I ended up falling in love with it. It just gives me the confidence to do anything I want to do. So if you're looking into doing a non-traditional trade, I would say give it a shot. It's going to open up so many doors for you that you've never thought about before. You're going to get a job. The need is out there. Take the initiative to join the program and really see what you are capable of doing.
Broken AC, $4,600. Water heater, $1,500. Fridge on the fritz, $1,000. You won't pay any of that when you have home warranty coverage from the Home Service Club. They'll repair or replace your covered home appliances and systems for around $1 a day.
HSC provides coverage of up to 47 different appliances and systems in your home.
Call the number on your screen now. Get a month free plus $75 off your first year HSC home warranty. No worries, just service.
Liberty Park Florist and Greenhouse, same location and family owned since 1929. They're a full-service garden center that grows their own plants. They have a huge selection to fit your needs. Liberty Park Florist and Greenhouse in Spokane's Perry District.
4 News Now is brought to you by UFCW.
Oh, Good Friday evening, Spokane. There is the Spokane Veterans Arena, our neighbors across the street. It has been very quiet there. It looks like a good place to skateboard, doesn't it? They frown on that. Just saying. Mostly clear skies tonight, 41 degrees for an overnight low. Tomorrow's going to get interesting. We're going to have some nice long breaks during the day to get out and enjoy, but things are going to get feisty tomorrow afternoon and evening. I'll show you the computer model in just a moment. Wind gusts to 20 miles per hour, but any thunderstorms could produce stronger winds, and particularly in the Columbia Basin, that could turn out to be some blowing dust. 61 and partly cloudy right now in Spokane, 61 and sunny in Coeur d'Alene. Beautiful, beautiful Friday. High pressure in control right now. We have this upper level trough out in the Pacific, and as it approaches, we're going to get a southerly flow going for tomorrow. It's going to bring our temperatures up to above average readings, but then the cold front starts coming through in the afternoon. Here's 11, 12, 1, here's 5 o'clock, and it's right at the back door, producing that thunderstorm activity with the strongest storms, as I mentioned, and the potential for some severe weather, mainly from the Palouse down through the LC Valley. Meanwhile, here's a look at a close-up of the computer model. We're going to go 48 hours. I'm going to take you through the weekend. We are going to see clear skies overnight, then the clouds start moving in. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and a few little showers showing up in the morning. We'll get some breaks throughout the day, but by 5 o'clock, we have got some pretty good convection going. Good chance of thunderstorms. We'll keep the chance of rain going overnight Saturday. Starting off the day on Sunday dry, but then the clouds and possibly some isolated showers develop later, but Sunday will be the drier of the 2 weekend days. Lows tonight in the 30s and 40s, highs tomorrow in the 60s. I should also mention Sunday will be the cooler of the 2 weekend days. Breezy as well, a high of 58. Then we dry out next week. Possible showers Wednesday, but mainly over the mountains. Want you to look at some of these overnight lows after the cold front passes, getting awfully close to freezing in Spokane. Outlying areas, you could have a frost, so gardeners beware. Aaron?
Good to know. Thank you, Chris. Well, this year, senior students are missing out on experiences and lifelong memories like graduation, hanging out with friends one last summer before college. So we are honoring the class of 2020 on air and online. This is Whitney Bertholic from Mount Spokane High School. She's an active member of her school's choir. It landed the lead role in a school musical before COVID-19 forced schools to close. And from Lakeside High School, this is Blake Higbee. His parents say his outlook and attitude on losing some of his senior year has been tremendous, and they are extremely proud of him. To honor the high school or college senior in your life, just head to KXLY.com, click on this story to submit a photo and a short message.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Hi, I'm Chris Crocker with 4 News Now, and I'd like to share with you how women in our community are rising up by lifting others. Since 1992, Women Helping Women Fund has been bringing women together to pool resources and achieve real results. This year, women and children in our community are facing unprecedented challenges. Please help us support critical programs by giving generously online to the Women Helping Women Fund Resiliency Campaign.
Since 1947, Country Homes Power has provided the essential services and Husqvarna equipment you need. Today more than ever, we are ready and able to serve our local community. We're providing all customers a safe shopping space with the sanitation requirements we all expect, and can provide curbside pickup or have Husqvarna products delivered. And you can still trade in your old rider. From all of us at Country Homes Power, we thank you for your continued support.
As an essential business, we're open for parts and service. At Gus Johnson Ford, we service every make and model and follow protocol to keep us all safe. While our sales office is closed, please shop online for historic Ford offers. Unless you are an essential employee, we cannot sell you a vehicle today, but we can answer all of your questions by phone or online, and my team can work out a deal of a lifetime. And thank you for supporting local business like Gus Johnson Ford.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Spokane County hospitals are urging people to call 911 for emergencies. Spokane Regional Health District says people are still suffering heart attacks and strokes, but it's taking them longer to get to the hospital, and they believe that people are afraid of catching COVID-19 at hospitals, delaying their trip to get there, which is actually doing more harm than good. If you're experiencing chest pains or symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, you are urged to call 911 as soon as you can. The hospitals have separated their space for COVID-19 patients as well, so you won't be near any general ER patients.
911 is essential. Every minute counts, and unfortunately people are showing up maybe believing that going to the hospital is an unhealthy, unsafe experience for them. It's anything but, especially in those types of emergencies.
The 4 News Now is committed to finding the helpers in our community during this public health crisis. Indaba Coffee's slogan is "Love people, love coffee." And today, people seem to really love free coffee. Since opening at 7 a.m., they've had customers wrapped around the corner of the store looking to get a free cup. $2,000 worth of free coffee was given out today at Indaba Coffee on Broadway. An anonymous donor bought a $1,000 gift card and gave it back to the shop so they could give out free coffee to customers. Touched by the gesture, Indaba matched the gift with another $1,000. The shop says they were filling orders from the minute they opened.
It's just been, like, as you can see the line behind us, and it goes around the corner. It's been going that all morning. So I got burnt already this morning, just pulling shots, but it's just nice to keep, like, the energy going.
Indaba wants to thank the community for the support, and they're glad to be able to give back during this difficult time as well. If you know of some helpers in the community, we'd love to hear what they're doing. Send us an email to news4@kxly.com. It's a staggering number, 1.9 million. That's how many pieces of microplastics researchers say are in a single square meter of ocean floor. It's the highest concentration ever found on the floor of the sea. Microplastics, small pieces of plastic products found like glitter, exfoliants, and detergents, pose critical environmental dangers. They are mainly composed of fibers from textiles and clothing not filtered out in wastewater treatment plants.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up to honor local seniors from the class of 2020.
We asked you for photos of your senior student, and we've received hundreds so far.
Abigail Moore,
Megan Melton,
Cassie Johnston,
Blythe DeWitt.
Send us a photo of your senior high school or college student and share their story. And to celebrate, STCU would like to reward our seniors with a chance to win a graduation gift pack. Enter today at KXLY.com/class of 2020.
Next, ET, inside Britney Spears' life in quarantine, missing her man and setting her workouts on fire.
I burnt my gym down, unfortunately.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7:30, only on 4 News Now.
Now is the time to create the perfect staycation right in your backyard from Country Homes Power. Right now, all in-stock Marquee Spas and Marquee Swim Spas are on sale and ready for delivery. And you can even trade in your old spa. So get to Country Homes Power today.
For countless years, Furniture Row has been your local source for high-quality and affordably stylish home furnishings. And at FurnitureRow.com, you can choose from thousands of sofas, sectionals, and leather, dining sets, tables, and bar stools, bedroom sets, kids' beds, lamps, and accessories, all ready for curbside pickup or free local delivery right to your doorstep. Plus, 5 years, no-interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Furniture Row, your local furniture specialists.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier. I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community. I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The coronavirus pandemic.
You want the facts, and so does 4 News Now. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. Just like you, we have concerns and loved ones we need to protect.
We are committed to giving you as much information as possible so you can make the best decisions for your family.
The coronavirus pandemic is going to affect all of us in the weeks and possibly months ahead.
It is time for reasonable and responsible reporting.
Find it all on 4 News Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
Get the full picture with 4 News Now on Instagram.
A Washington inmate is suing in federal court saying he's in imminent danger of COVID-19. He lists some problems that says that he believes will increase his risk of exposure. We'll break down that lawsuit tonight on 4 News Now at 6.
Keep up to date with all the news on 4 News Now and KXLY.com. World News with David Muir starts right now.